What's up, everyone? It's Justin Parnell back with another episode of Journey of Discovery, the free-to-play MTG Arena series. If you want to see more content like this, be sure to subscribe to this channel, leave a comment, share it, like it, do whatever you can, all that good social media stuff. If you want to listen to the Thinktwice podcast, search Thinktwice MTG on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, and Spotify. And of course, if you want to support the show, go to patreon.com/ThinktwiceMTG. Now, we're going to be doing a little constructed event today, and we're going to be kind of running back a deck that we have played previously on the show. Though it is slightly different than what we had, kind of a blue-black control build last time. And this time we're going to be going, a blue-black mid-range build. This time we're going to be going full into blue-black control. This is actually the deck that I've been having the most success with in the best of one ladder in ranked play on Arena. So I want to run this through a regular constructed best of one gauntlet and see if we can get to 7 wins. I feel pretty good. Haven't used any wild cards on this deck. These are just things that we've opened or maybe previously used wild cards on, like the lands. I haven't used wild cards in a while. You guys pretty much see whenever I do them. But let's see what we can do going with blue-black control through a constructed gauntlet. All right, blue-black control. We're on the playing game 1. This is actually a solid hand, even though we only have 2 lands. We have some good stuff for aggro decks, some good stuff for control decks. We're on the play, so we're going to be able to resolve this search. And then the Eldritch Reborn is just a great card anyway. So, all right, so this is going to be this. The reason this is an especially good hand is we only have 1 Search for Escant in the deck. In fact, I only have 1 of this card, so finding it early, being able to play it on turn 2 is going to significantly increase the chances. This would probably be the first wild card I would craft for this deck. Disadvantage Campaign last turn was an excellent pickup, especially with a land. Yeah. Okay, so it looks like we are playing Jeskai control. Opponent doesn't have blue yet. We're going to bend this cast down. Alright, Sinister Sabotage is a good pickup too. It means we can counter our opponent's play and then pick back up Disinformation Campaign and make them discard again. We're not gonna counter Revitalize though. That will not be the one. Another Disinformation Campaign. I do want to keep this, and actually, if we hit a land, then we can counter a Teferi. If we don't, then we have a couple other shots to Eldritch Reborn it on the next turn. So I'm going to risk it. It's unlikely this is going to get countered. Opponent did have another land. And yet another land. Smothering Tithe. That's interesting. It's not a Teferi. We're just looking for lands here. We'll graveyard this ritual set for sure. Yeah, we're gonna... I guess we're gonna decline. And then we'll pass the turn. Opponent's going to be able to draw a lot of cards with this Smothering Tithe, eventually. I think once they draw 3, they've kind of gotten their money's worth. If they just draw 2, it's just a sorcery speed inspiration. Tormenting Voice. I do want to pick back up Disinformation Campaign. And if we're getting them down to 3 cards, then this is especially good. Yeah, Field Ruin's great. So we can... we're gonna keep that on the top. We're not gonna pay. But what we are gonna do is get their treasure cove so they can't cash in for all of these cards. Get an island, and then we're actually just going to play Karn. Just the best use of our mana, because next turn we can play both of these. Alright, looks like we're going to be picking up a Drowned Catacomb. The Syncopate is going to be pretty bad. Our opponent's essentially going to be able to pay for the Syncopate for the rest of the game. So that's not super great, but... Emergency powers. Oh boy. Alright. Yep. They got a lot of mana here. Playing against a little Ali Aintrazi deck. Okay. Well, we're not flipping our search this turn. We have almost the exact same hand, strangely enough. Alright. Emergency powers again. Alright. What can we get this time? Okay. Just gonna keep going. Just keep going again. 2 fun hand you're satisfied with. We almost ran out of cards with this information campaign. Okay. Graveyard for Karn. Yeah, we're not paying. Okay. Nope. I'm not paying either of these. Okay, let's, I guess, try to find a, yeah, Thought Erasure. Well, we found it, but we're not going to get it this turn. Maybe we can find another Thought Erasure. We don't want any of those. We don't want this Moment of Craving. We're not going to pay. And Revel Riches is just going to get us. If such a thing were to exist in our opponent's deck. They're trying to find it. I have a feeling that we're going to discard these 2 cards that don't have any text on them. Our hand's not great, to be honest. Not a great hand. We're going to get back this Thought Erasure. Huh. Alright. We're going to keep that one. I wanted to flip this, but, you know. No, we're not going to pay. We will not pay. This will aid us. It will it? Okay. So you discard, we draw. Nope. Nope. Okay. How many things here? Lightning Strike on Karn? That's fine. Alright. 2 Settle the Wreckages. In that case, we'll get the last one. Only really because we need to... Okay, discard a card. We need to get it out of our opponent's hand so we can ensure that they don't get a Revel and Riches or an emergency powers. Graveyard, transform, syncopate. That's not going to be very good. Decline. Okay, we have a Drowned Catacomb. Okay, let's go searching. Okay, well, we're going to get this swamp. We got a Thought Erasure. Interesting. play disinformation campaign. Discovery and dispersal. Alright, so we're going to hold this. Yeah, we're going to hold discovery dispersal for... If they have revel in riches, we're going to just get rid of this syncopate. This isn't going to do anything. If they have revel in riches, we can bounce it and then potentially make them discard it. Or at least bounce it and then we can get it. Okay, let's see what we can come up with. Alright, there's a sinister sabotage though. One's on the bottom. It's concerning that our opponent does not feel like they're out of this game. Because they're not. Appropriately so, right? Man. Okay, there's nothing we can return. We can return a Karn. So soon, not exactly yet, but soon we're going to start making, probably next turn, start making Karn friends. Alright, we'll discard. We have to discard 2. So we're going to discard a Swamp and Vraska's Contempt. Because I don't believe that we're going to be casting Vraska's Contempt on anything anytime soon. Heroic Reinforcements. Yeah, that's fine. Suppose to see if we can find a removal spell. I guess we'll get this Ritual of Soot. We can just get him on our next turn. Yep, we'll let Karn bite the dust.
Your efforts are futile.
Of course, we just draw a Ritual of Soot. Okay, we're gonna get Thought Erasure. And play a land. I guess we'll cast Thought Erasure. Well, we'll get this 1,000-Year Storm, for sure. We'll play 1 Disinformation campaign. Decline. Decline. We'll pass. We're gonna discard this other Ritual of Soot and Vraska's Contempt. Ritual of Soot, Vraska's Contempt. We have 17 cards left in our deck, so we can't get too crazy. So that's going to kill Karn. Let's just Sinister Sabotage this. We'll bend that. Hey, look, a disinformation campaign. Okay, let's play one of these. Then we only have one card in here. So that means we have one more in the deck. We'll get a Sinister Sabotage.
What was lost is now returned.
What was lost is now returned, Karn. He's so smart. Okay, there's the other Karn. We're just going to play this other Karn. Choose the one that you wish to keep. We'll choose this one. And we'll make a construct.
Awaken.
A Karnstruct, if you will. Alright, so our opponent's going to continue to draw, continue to make treasures. We basically just have to stop an emergency powers. Chemistry's Insight, sure. We have 2 Dream Eaters in the deck. One is on the bottom-ish. So opponent does get to untap with 4 cards in their hand, which is a lot. One of which is a land. One's a Smothering Tithe, which is whatever. Okay. Well, we got our Field of Ruin back. That's nice. Okay. So first thing we're going to do is make a Karnstruct. As Karn says, say hello to my little friend. We're going to attack. Okay. Then we're going to Field of Ruin, which is going to cause our opponent to draw a card. Resolve. We'll get a land. Okay, so we have 2 Dream Eaters, a couple of Cast Downs, Syncopate, and a Sinister Sabotage as notable cards left in our deck. Okay, so let's Slaughter Razor our opponent. We'll get this Chemister's Insight, sure. We need to keep this on top just because we're kind of running out of time. so to speak. So 5, we could still hold up this sabotage. Okay, so we'll do that. Draw this. They'll pitch one. Yep, got it. Oh, so many. What if I just chose for the rest of the game? Just say, no, that's okay. That's totally fine. Yep, that resolves. So we're going to have to discard one of these. They're going to draw a card in response. That would be interesting. Revitalize, okay. You'd think you would just want to discard that one. But, I don't know, maybe, I guess not. Okay, there's Dream Eater. Okay, so we pretty much can't disinformation campaign anymore. I think we're already pretty much out of time before we deck on our own. Maybe we have to let our opponent fund an emergency powers and then cast that. Okay, there's another Sinister Sabotage. Okay, let's minus. We'll get back the Eldest Reborn. Well, Eldest Reborn. Then we're gonna Thought Erasure. Well, let's get Tormenting Voice. We'll keep that on top. Well, we're just gonna discard those because we can't afford to draw any more cards. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could still hold up Sinister Sabotage. We don't want to do that in the same turn. We don't want to get the cards back in the same turn. So we'll just attack. In turn. Okay. Discard a card. We'll discard Disinformation Campaign. Can't afford to do that anymore. Opponent also only has 8 cards left. Notably. And in fact, now they have 7, so they have less than we do. So I think now that they're lower than we are, I actually think I want to make sure we can hold up Sinister Sabotage. Which seems weird, right? Because you're like, well, you're trying to clock them. Well, now, all we have to do is prevent them from shuffling their, you know, their library, their graveyard back into their library. Because at this point, they're going to deck prior to us decking. So we just have to ensure that that is the case. And we'll just say go. Making them discard with Disinformation Campaign doesn't do anything. We know they have 2 cards that they'll easily discard. They don't care about. Do I want to do anything at the end of my opponent's turn? I think we should have to sit on these 2 Sinister Sabotages. We could still cast both. We'll put this one on top. Sure, we'll return this. Resolve. Resolve. We'll get Karn. We will make a construct. Attack for 10. And we'll let's see. So does this increase our clock if these go to 4s? No, it doesn't. So doesn't really do anything either. So we just say go. All right, opponent's going to 4 cards. Opponent's going to 3 cards. What could they have? They have a lot of cards in their hand. Cleansing Nova, destroy all creatures. Okay, we'll Sinister Sabotage that. We'll keep that on top. Thousand-Year Storm. So we can... So I've only cast one thing. So I think we can let that resolve. And if the emergency powers, then 2 go on the stack, and we can't do anything about that. Because we won't have priority. So I guess we should have to counter it. Of course, they can still Thousand-Year Storm or emergency powers. Okay, well, let's Stream Eater. That doesn't matter. We'll bounce a Smothering Tithe. And it's going to resolve. Alright, there's no decking. If they can sweep us, we'll be somewhat in trouble. I mean, we'll be in trouble. I don't want to say somewhat. Okay, they can cast all of the cards out of their hand. Revitalize? Yep. Revitalize, yep. Do they have a sweeper? It's still looking, still looking. Thank goodness it's using my timeouts, by the way. Great system. Thousand-Year Storm. Let's just syncopate for 0. Let's see if they pay. They did. Okay, clever. Okay, it's a lot of lightning strikes. Okay, I'm at 2. Oh no, did our opponent miscount? I think they did. Okay, so right now, so we can hit them for exactly 24. Let's play a land. Let's try to find another counterspell or a discard spell. Not 2 Ritual of Soots. If you can have that too. Okay. Alright, there's Thought Erasure. Cast Thought Erasure. There's the Settle the Wreckage. Minus. Make a Construct. Oh, we can't attack them with this. This is only 20. Okay, well. It's okay, we know they can't do anything. We'll keep this one. Minus, make a Construct. So, 15 plus 8 is 23. That's still not enough? Alright. We'll play this other Karn. Keep this one. Minus, make a Construct. Alright. Now, we'll finish him off. Oh, man. We earned that one. Alright, I think this is the 7th or 8th game for us. No, it's just the 2nd game. That's right. The last one took like an hour. So, either way, we'll keep this hand. Siren Stormtrooper. Well, this one won't take as long. That's for sure. Well, let's go ahead and do this while we can. Well, this is going to be the most difficult thing to beat. Otherwise, it's just a couple of 1/1s. I do like this information campaign. It's hard for them to kind of keep up with the all the things that are ongoing. Now, they could certainly counter it, but then... Because next turn they're going to play this. Yeah, we'll just Discovery. See if they want to counter this. No, we need more lands, so we'll bin both of those. There's no land. Okay. Storm Tamer. Let's Thought Erasure. Wizard's Retort, sure. Okay. Then we'll Discovery. Oh, those are both very good. Unfortunately, we want to do Disinformation Campaign into a land. So I'm actually just going to keep both of these and then try to cast Disinformation Campaign the next turn, and then hopefully draw a land so we can cast... Hopefully draw a swamp so we can cast Thought Erasure or Cast Down. Okay, there's Tempest Gen. Now that they have that, I think we kind of just want to... No, let's stick with the same game plan. Most we're going to take next turn is 7 going to 9. Opponent has to discard this mystery card because they're going to likely keep Dive Down. Yeah. We are a little choked on black mana, which is unfortunate. Okay, so 7 is how much we're taking for this. Okay. So we can... I think we Thought Erasure, because this is the card we want to get countered the most. Our opponent essentially has to counter this. Oh, they just cast Dive Down. Okay, well, that's fine. We'll bend this. Okay, so we need a swamp. There's a Ritual of Soot, which would likely win us the game if we could cast it. However, we can't. So I think we're gonna lose this one. Unless our opponent forgets... Actually, we're just going to lose this one. There's not really a way that we cannot lose. There's a second swamp. Unless our opponent does not attack us. Because then we can untap and Ritual of Soot. Okay. Yep. We're dead. It was close. Almost got to the Ritual. But we did not. Couldn't find a second black. Okay, game 3. We're 1-1. This hand is fine. Obviously, it's kind of we're leaning on Discovery Dispersal. But we do have a sweeper. Okay. The sweeper may just be good. We'll play a swamp. We're going to want to Moment of Craving early and often. Probably on that Fireblade Artist. Okay, so Moment of Craving is just going to be a little fog this turn. If our opponent can negate that somehow, then that's fine. They can. With Integrity. So we're going to go to 14. So we're just going to take 2. And we're still going to be able to Ritual of Soot next turn. If all we get is the 2-for-1, then we'll take the 2-for-1. Our opponent had another Integrity Intervention. Worst thing our opponent could play is land into Judith. That would be very bad. Looks like there is a land and a hero. Okay. That's a nice little extra bonus to sweep up here. Without taking any extra damage. Okay. So this is the critical turn where we're kind of sitting on our hands, but okay, Fireblade Artist, that's one of the more frustrating things I could play with haste. But even still. Okay, now that we drew the swamp, I'm going to tap both of these and Discovery. We're going to bend these. We're just looking for more removal. And we're going to pass. So right now we're on a virtual 6. Heroic reinforcements. Okay, well, let's go ahead and rather than lose the game, we'll counter that. Okay, there's a moment of craving. So we are just going to play said moment of craving. Go back to 8. Our opponent has 1 card in their hand, which we can nab with this information campaign. Ooh, that was a good one to get. Ooh, heroic reinforcements. That was a good one for them to draw. Oh, fungal infection. That was a great draw for us. Okay, so we can go ahead and Discovery Dispersal. I don't think we want either of these. I think we just need Moment of Cravings or Vraska's Contempts, things like that. And we're gonna pass the turn. When opponent attacks, we can Fungal Infection, essentially get both of their creatures. Judith is going to get a big ol' Sinister Sabotage. Frost's Contempt we will keep. Okay. We'll Fungal Infection 1. And we'll block the other one. And here we're going to... I think I want to go ahead and Dream Eater. Yeah, so we can start to close up the game. Our opponent's on no cards, so if they blank a couple of turns, then that'll give us a good chance. Okay, so we're gonna bend this, bend this, bend this. We're just gonna draw the Contempt. We'll bounce Judith. And we're going to make them discard Judith. Play land. And we'll pass the turn. Holding up Vraska's Contempt. Okay. Well, no need to even let them attack. We'll go ahead and just get rid of Tajik. Oh, Karn's great. Okay, alright. We've grinded him out. Alright, we're up 2-1. This hand's a little slow, but as long as we're not playing an aggressive deck, we should be okay. Actually, I don't actually do. I think I want a mulligan just because the Dream Eater we don't play for so long in the game. It's like a 6. Okay, this hand is much better. We'll keep this one. Swamp we actually don't want. We want another island. So Our opponent with the rare forest, no landware elves. Ah, that would be why. Ooh, our opponent kept a very speculative one. Well, let's get this Silvergill adept. And we'll keep this disinformation campaign. Jade Bearer, sure. Okay, you have a 1/1. Yeah, there goes a Kamena. We're going to Thought Erasure again. Let's get the Deeproot Elite. Just because they can cast that if they draw another forest. We're just going to grind them out with this information campaign. Maybe ×2. Okay, so now we're gonna Thought Erasure and get the Deeproot Waters because we can't get that. Excellent. And we're gonna pass the turn. And all they have left in their hand is creatures, which we can just kill with a plethora of spells. All right, and so if they draw an island, they can cast either of these. We can't get Kumena, so we might as well Discovery Dispersal now. We'll keep this island. That's really only so we can get 2 cards the next turn. Okay, there goes Kamena, which means they've likely drawn another one. We'll just sit on this on our removal and counterspell. Okay, there's an island. Here comes a Kamena, which will counter. Since we cannot, we can't kill Kamena with Cast Down. We can get everything else, and now we can get the last 2 cards out of our opponent's hand. So, Disinformation Campaign. And Disinformation Campaign. Unfortunate for our opponent because obviously they've, you know, they kept a 1-lander, but and now we'll just pass the turn, and we're not going to bounce the Jade Bearer. We're going to block this Jade Bearer. Okay. Well, we'll just keep the rest of these. Yeah, these all seem fine. Decline, and then we'll block. Okay, so we're going to play Karn. We're going to minus Karn. We're going to play Watery Grave, tapped. And then we're going to attack. Okay. Yep. Nothing a lot we can do about that one for our opponent. Okay. This is a great early game. Obviously, it's a little loose against control, but we do have 4 lands, which is something you always want. It could be some gates. Some gatesness. Yep, looking like gates from here. Okay. Let's get the route. And we'll bend this land. This information campaign does a lot of good work in this matchup. That's for sure. Hey, speak of the devil. Sinister Sabotage is a great pickup too. Ooh, they pull off a circuitous route when with a mountain. I was hoping we were going to be able to untap and then counter it if they were to... They have 2 Gate Colossus down here. Okay. Let's... I want to wait for the Gate Colossus to... Oh, no, they just have the one. Just the one. Okay, so they're going to put it back. That's fine. We'll let it resolve, and then we'll Vraska's Contempt it. One, two, three, four, five, 6. Yep. Okay. Well, they're going to draw the big fella. Yep, that resolves. Our turn. All right. Contempt him. The old Gate Colossus. There's Karn. We can't get Karn quite yet, only just because we need to be able to hold up Sinister Sabotage. The way that we can lose, the way that it's even possible for us to lose is resolving Guild Summit. Everything else, we're not worried about. Archway Angel, even Krasis, really, to a degree. Because the amount of cards that draws compared to a Guild Summit is insignificant. Expansion Explosion. Well, that's worth countering. We'll bend the cast down. Especially considering we can pick this back up. Get them down to 1 card. We don't need to use this now. And we'll get a Karn out. Okay. Well, hopefully we get the land. That'll probably give us the moment of craving. Yep. It's okay. We have a land next turn. Drawing. Okay. Looks like our opponent had nothing in their hand. We're going to be able to handle the Karn, and here we are. All right. We do need to hit an untapped land on turn 2, but if we do, I think we're in great shape. Okay. All right. There it is. Untapped land for 2. We will play a couple of Moment of Cravings. Terramander, all right. And we're going to do that on our opponent's upkeep. It does give them access to more spells to be able to counter it, but they could always just counter it with Storm Tamer if they wanted to, so. And we'll try to get the Storm Tamer. Likely to be countered one way or the other. Dive down, sure. Curious Obsession. If they don't have a land, this is dangerous for them. They could certainly draw one. Maybe that's the hope. Oof. Okay, well, we'll certainly take this opportunity to Moment of Craving their Curious Obsession Terramander. Okay, Tempest Gen's obviously very good. Well, let's get some stuff out of their hand while we can. Wizard Retort. We don't want Karn. And Wizard Retort, and we don't want Thought Erasure anymore. We really want a Ritual of Soot. That would be ideal. Okay, there's a Storm Tamer. Okay, there's a Karn. I think our best shot at finding the Ritual is to go looking rather than playing Karn. Okay, there it is. So we're giving them one turn to come up with a counterspell. Okay. Could find it. Keep on top. Curious Obsession. Okay, alright. Still could find it. So Spell Pierce or Wizard Retort wins them the game. We'll bend this. Transform here. Okay. Do they have it? No, they do not. Okay, now we got a game. Especially with two Eldritch Reborns. Mistcloak Herald, no problem. How about an Eldritch Reborn? Okay, they got to discard a card. And we're going to play a Karn. They can counter Karn if they want. Spell Pierce? Okay. So I think we're going to get back Terramander because that's going to be able to be a 5/5. Yep, Terramander. Okay, so we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so we have 5/5 Terramander. That's good to know. And it's Eldritch Reborn again. Alright. Grind them out. Alright. This hand looks pretty great. A little on the not super great side against a non-aggressive deck, but we do have a Thought Erasure to lean on, so we'll keep it. And this could still be anything from mono blue to mirror match control deck. So likely mono blue. We do have the tools and this terrible Field of Ruin. Ooh, maybe it's blue-red. Okay. Looks like it could be some Drakeness. Okay, they pitched Maximum Velocity. Well, let's go ahead and Thought Erasure. And we will get one of the Drakes. We'll bend the Dream Eater We really don't want to draw that now. We can get it back later with the Eldest Reborn. Let's go ahead and Discovery Dispersal. Karn's not bad. Second blue is not bad. Eldest Reborn is really what we want. So, next turn, our opponent's going to play Drake. We can untap and double Moment of Craving it, which I think is what we're going to do. And then potentially play Karn after that. But I do want to pick up this second island. Okay. We'll leave them in this order then. Don't love that, but I think that's our best shot. Okay. Moment of Craving. Moment of Craving. Okay, that's 2 Drakes down. Okay, there's an Enigma Drake. Fortunately, we can take care of that as well. Do we want Karn to go upstairs? Karn will die to the Drake plus the Shock, so we probably just don't want to do that. We'll just trade this 1 for 1. That's okay. I'd rather do this now than wait and then be forced to do it next turn. I'd rather be able to have a chance to play Karn. Opponent has 2 unknown cards. They didn't pitch those to the maximum velocity. Oh, this is a good one. That's a good one too. Okay, so now this is the new plan. Is grind our opponent out. We'll bend the island, but we'll keep the Eldest Reborn. That we certainly like. Next turn we can go Disinformation Campaign into Karn. Well, now we're going to keep this and hold up the Sinister Sabotage, and we'll just potentially have that same play available to us next turn. We also have, next turn we'll have 8 mana, so we can, oh, here's another Disinformation Campaign. Well, let's just play that then. Should have been able to tap these 2 swamps, but whatever. Opponent's got to realize that Lava Coil's got to go. Okay. And we'll pass. Alright, this game is pretty well in hand. Oh, Search for Ascanta is great. We'll Karn first. Hopefully we can pick up another land. Of course, tapping poorly means we're not going to be able to play the Search. Alright, well they didn't give us a land, so it doesn't matter. In that case, we'll pass the turn. Discovery Dispersal, that's just fine. Okay, it doesn't look like our opponent's playing Phoenixes, which is good. It's probably pretty likely we can just 1-for-1 our opponent out of the game. 1-for-1, of course, with Discovery Dispersal. Alright, they've had enough. They know where this is going. Too much disinformation. Alright, as much as I want to keep this hand, We're on the play. It seems really loose. It seems really loose, so we're going to mulligan. Alright, this one's much better. As much as I want to keep the Thought Erasers. And lands are fine. We have Discovery Dispersal to get rid of the remaining lands as needed. Ooh, swamp. Okay, in that case, let's Discovery. We'll get rid of this Ritual of Soot. I feel like if our opponent was playing a black aggressive deck, they would have had a 1-drop on a 7. I could just be wrong. Okay. Might be wrong. Might just be wrong. We're going to wait to play the Search. See if we can catch something with this Syncopate. Kaya, yeah. Good we did, because otherwise we would never have flipped the Search for Ascanta. Which doesn't seem like a big deal, but essentially it just means we're scrying 1 during our upkeep. Alright, well, should we hit another land, this is going to be pretty good. Unfortunately, we got rid of our opponent's Kaya to exile, but, you know. Can't ask for too much. Bellhaunt? Alright, well, guess we'll discard the Eldritch Reborn. Library. And we'll play the Eldritch Reborn. If our opponent doesn't make us discard it and we can play 2 in a row, I feel pretty good. I have a feeling we're going to get Bell Haunted again, though. No, we're going to get Kayed. Okay, so Search is offline. Graveyard. Get our opponent to discard a card. Swamp, okay. Well, Eldritch Reborn again. That will slightly cut the clock by a turn. Go to a 4-turn clock now. Opponent should target their own graveyard. They're not going to, though. So we're actually going to get back the Oligarch with an Eldritch Reborn. It's not that that's great, but it will, you know, it's better than nothing. It's going to provide us with a blocker. It's the only option. It is the only option, and thus we will get it. Well, these are our only Eldritch Reborn, so this does make our win conditions a little slimmer. We have 6. Alright, so we can attack Kai to 4. As long as she can't ultimate, which is 5. I think we'll be okay. Graveyard that for sure. Ritual of Soot, which is exactly what we want. We get nothing from... Nothing from this. Settle the wreckage. Well, we have to sinister sabotage that. We don't really have much of a choice.
How did you do that?
It's going to be close. Frost's contempt to go a long way here. Getting rid of this bell haunt. Spawn of Mayhem. Okay. This costs 4. Okay. Well, it appears that we're dead. Our opponent can simply... minus Kaya and get us, which is how I would do it. That's the sweetest way. We'll give him a chance. Good on you. Okay. We've been had. Alright. This is the final game. Either going to end up with 6 or 7 wins. This is a pretty good hand. A little bit of game against everything, so we're going to keep it. Alright. Merfolk it is. I don't think they can stop us from playing cast down, so we'll hold it. Let's see what our opponent casts first. If they cast a spell, Silver Gold Adept with another Silver Gold Adept coming up. Okay. Okay, then we're definitely going to cast down the speaker. Okay. And likely Sinister Sabotage whatever our opponent's play is this turn. Jungleborn Pioneer. Okay. Not exactly what we want to do, but considering we have the Eldritch Reborn, it's a worthwhile... And we'll keep this land so we can make sure we hit Reborn. Disinformation Campaign, another Eldritch Reborn. Yeah, I actually like all of those. Okay, so we're going to go Eldritch Reborn, Eldritch Reborn. I actually like the Pioneer being in the graveyard. That's a good get for us with Eldritch Reborn. Okay, more Silver Gull Adepts. Opponent's just lousy with Silver Gull Adepts. Okay. Well, let's get one of them. It's likely we're going to play another Eldritch Reborn next turn. If we draw a removal spell, we'll probably play that plus Disinformation Campaign, but... Okay. Merfolk Mistbinder. Which opponent is likely going to play. Yep, so we're going to take 3, go to 16. Or go from 16 to 13. Play an Eldritch Reborn, get rid of a Silver Gold Adept, so we're going to take 5, go to 8. Yeah, sleep is not going to be any good for you. Okay. So we're going to go to 8, and then we have Dream Eater next turn. As well as a blocking Jungleborn Pioneer. Ooh, Disperse. Oh, they're binning Disperse. Okay. Herald. Okay, so we're going to go to 6. Okay, let's get this Jungleborn Pioneer. 2 blockers. Oh, if we had another land, this would be a great turn. And let's pass the turn. We want to trade our Dream Eater in combat. Specifically. Because we want to be able to get it back with the Eldritch Reborn. Okay, so let's see what we can cook up with Surveil. Just looking for removal. Don't want any of these. We will take Thought Erasure. Actually, we will definitely take Sinister Sabotage. Probably not the Thought Erasure. Opponent has 2 in hand. They're going to discard an... No. Yeah, we'll just keep the Sinister Sabotage. Okay. We're going to bounce the Mistbinder. Take action. Okay, block here. Block here. Even if our opponent has some sort of pump spell, that's fine. We're just going to be able to bounce whatever they have with Dream Eater. Kumena, okay. In that case, Kumena will get bounced. And, oh, all right. Looks like our opponent wanted to pack it in. 7 wins, 1,000 gold, 7-2. Well, it was close. It was close. That one was very close. But we're able to get it with blue-black control. This deck is pretty sweet. It's a lot of uncommons, not too many rares. And you can certainly upgrade it with rares as you go. I think I have 3 mythics in the deck, which is 3 Karn and 2 Dream Eater, which I was lucky enough to open. And just a small handful of rares, 2 Ritual of Soot, 2 Veros's Contempt, and I believe a Search for Ascanta. And then, of course, the lands, but you can upgrade those as you get them. I don't even have a full complement of 4 of each. So, pretty sweet deck, good budget deck. It's been really good in the metagame. I've had great success with it over the last couple of weeks. So, if you enjoy control stuff, this has got game against everything. But thank you guys for watching. Let's see what we ended up with. 2 rares. Ooh, a Hallowed Fountain. That's great. I believe that's our 4th Hallowed Fountain. So, that's always a great one to pick up. One with the machine, these 2 or whatever, but Hallowed Fountain's great. So thank you folks for watching so much. If you want to continue to support the show, like, comment, share, subscribe. And of course, search Thinktwice MTG on SoundCloud, iTunes, Google Play Music, Stitcher, and Spotify, and go to patreon.com/ThinktwiceMTG to support this show. Thanks for watching. See you next time.